primary. Jesus help me. Hold on. Hey Pussy Buddies, welcome back to my channel. We have a slightly different setup today, slightly different equipment today. Hopefully some of the issues we've been having we will not have today. As you have noticed over the past few months, it's an ever-evolving process, okay? And one day I'm gonna get it right. It's gonna be set in stone. But until then, we're going to keep experimenting. So here we are with another video. This week we are speed puzzling because we are, what, 20 days until nationals as I'm recording this. So by the time you're seeing it, it's more like 17 days until nationals or something. I don't know. But yeah, it's coming up. We've got 2-3-ish weeks until nationals, which is absolutely insane. But anyways, the point is, I thought that the best way to kind of practice for nationals is to, well, compete in nationals. So here we are. I was able to get my hands on 2 of the puzzles from the 2024 national championship. So that's what we're doing today. The first one is the puzzle from preliminary round A. This is Fiesta Time, and the artist, photographer, it's an Adobe stock and it's credited Luna Marina. So yeah, this one's Fiesta Time. I started off this one by doing my full flip and pulling out the border, and I was doing pretty okay. I was missing a few of the border pieces, but you know, not too bad. And then I was just kind of, y'all know, just going with whatever stood out to me. Oh, also I should mention I did do this puzzle once before. I did this during my like hiatus last year. So I did this puzzle once about a year ago. I did not speed puzzle it. I was doing it casually. It took me probably like a week. I was just kind of doing it here and there. So once I got done with some of these like easier to identify parts, the papaya and the tortilla chips and the tortillas and the dragon fruit and the onion and the radishes and all that, I was working on like the bowl of soup down at the bottom and some of the pieces for like this bowl next to it of like meat, some sort of meat, chili-ish situation, and then also like the shrimp bowl, like the bowl of like ceviche or something. And the shrimp was giving me problems. I knew I didn't have all the pieces, but still the pieces that I did have, I just like could not figure out where they were supposed to go. And then also, like as I was pulling out those other pieces, some of the other things started to stand out. So like the bowl in the top left corner that has like the tea leaves or something, and like the bowl of tamarind, and like those sorts of things were starting to come together. And then I knew from the first time I did this puzzle, I knew that the skillet with the beef and the peppers was going to be hard. I don't know. It's kind of all the same. It's kind of monotonous in a way. So I struggled with it the first time I did this puzzle. And to be honest, it was still a struggle this time. So I saved it for last because I just didn't even want to be bothered with it. I did kind of get caught up with this top section with this bowl of like whatever, this like kind of cup with the jalapenos in it, and then this bowl next to it with the peppers and onions and things. That was kind of tripping me up. It was kind of easy once you had the bowl, like the pieces of the green pattern around the bowl. Once I had that, I could kind of piece it together. But like the inside of the contents of the bowl and then this one next to it, the jalapenos weren't too bad, but still they're kind of all the same. So it took me a few minutes to get that as well. And then the last kind of pieces that I ended up having were like the plate with the tacos on it, the skillet of like the steak and the peppers, and then the hat. And so I knew also that the first time I did this puzzle, this hat tripped me up. And so last time I just kind of like, I just had all the pieces out and I was just kind of going one by one, just finding a piece and hoping it fit somewhere. This time I did it with a bit more of a strategy. So I took out all of the like more whitish, silverish bits, and I went ahead and just piece sorted those and just focused on that first. And once I had those pieces kind of sorted out, the darker blue around it of this hat was much, much easier to fill in. So this part took me a lot less time than it did the first time I did this puzzle, especially because again, the first time I wasn't speed puzzling. But yeah, this came together a lot better than I thought it would. But still, this skillet, it was not my friend. Around the hour-and-a-half mark is where I kind of cut myself off because I wanted to see how far I would have been at that point. And that is the cutoff for nationals. I think all the rounds, well, all of the individual rounds, the cutoff is an hour and a half. And so at an hour and a half, I stopped the timer and I counted how many pieces I had left. And I had right around 120 pieces left at that point. theoretically, at the hour and a half cutoff mark, I had 380 pieces left. So I would have placed about 88th if I had competed in nationals. So again, I would not have qualified. I was not anywhere near the top 33, but 88th out of 100 isn't terrible. But anywho's, I kept going. I finished the puzzle. I went ahead and started the timer back up and finished. Like I said, I mostly had that skillet of beef and peppers left. And so by the time I got it all done, my final time was 1 hour, 48 minutes, and 55 seconds. So 19 minutes past the cutoff, which isn't awful, okay, but still, I did not finish the puzzle in time, but oh well. Moving on, the second puzzle that I have for today's video is what was actually the finals puzzle for the individuals of 2024. This one is called Air Balloon Valley, and the artist is Nathaniel Mortensen. I started off with the border. I did a full flip, pulled out the border, and I had like two piles of border pieces going because I was trying to sort it onto my puzzle tray, but then it was a little bit too far of a reach. And so I ended up putting some of the pieces just in a pile on the table in front of me because it was just faster. Like I was saving myself a few seconds every time. So I did the border. I had most of the pieces, but then I was a little bit confused between some of the greenery of the sides versus the greenery of the bottom. And so that tripped me up. But at some point I kind of like moved on slash kind of figured out what was going on. After that, I'm pretty sure that the next thing I did was the yellow pieces. I pulled those out because I had also been pulling out some of the hot air balloon pieces that were standing out. So I did the yellows, and that wasn't too bad because I knew that there was only yellow in certain sections, at least the yellow of the sky. I kind of got a good little bit of the yellowy parts of the sky going. Then after that, I went to those hot air balloons. So I had the hot air balloon pieces, some of them sorted out already, and some of them still kind of like loose on the table in front of me. And so I went ahead and kept sorting through those pieces, and I was putting them on the table pretty much where they go in the puzzle. Then once I had like pretty much all of it sorted out, I went ahead and just pieced the sections together. And that was pretty easy, pretty smooth because all of the balloons are pretty distinct. Then from there, I had sorted out some of like the purple of these little flowers at the bottom front. And so I did those. I had the pink of the trees kind of sorted out in a pile. And so once I had some other bits going, I put the pink trees where they're supposed to go. And honestly, things were going like pretty darn smoothly. I was feeling pretty confident with this one because all of the like main bits were going so smoothly. I was like, okay, maybe I can get close to an hour and a half. At the hour and a half mark, I stopped the timer again and I counted. And at this point, I had right about 100 pieces left. So this was an improvement from the day before. The day before, I had 120 pieces left at the hour and a half mark. And on this day, I had 100 pieces left. So I was feeling even more confident because, like, okay, this is literally an improvement from the day before. But see, the thing is, once all of those like larger pieces are done, what's left is really just a landscape. And what have y'all never really seen me do on this channel? A landscape. Because I don't like them, I'm not good at them. And so I slowed down significantly. I ended up shape sorting the pieces because I kind of had to. But even after shape sorting, it still didn't help a whole lot. My final time for this one ended up being 1 hour, 52 minutes, and 43 seconds. So, right about 4 minutes slower than the day before. Being so far ahead at the hour and a half mark, just to have been slower in the end, kind of sucked because I really thought that I was going to have a better time on this puzzle than at least than the one the day before. Because this was the final round, everyone finished this puzzle within the allotted hour and a half. The slowest time from finals 2024 was 1 hour and 22 minutes, and my time was literally 30 minutes slower than that. So if the cutoff for the competition was 2 hours, I'd be set. I can pretty fairly confidently say that I can complete a 500 piece puzzle within 2 hours. Unfortunately, the cutoff is not 2 hours, it's an hour and a half. And y'all have seen some puzzles, if they really play up to my strengths, I can get pretty close to the hour and a half mark. But these puzzles, which have appeared in nationals before, or the other ones that I've done that are much more similar to what has been in nationals, they, I don't know, guys. I don't know, guys. I might not finish the puzzle, but I sure as heck am still going to try. We still have, like I said, like 2.5, 3-ish weeks until finals. No, until nationals. I am going to still be practicing. So you guys let me know if you've done either of these puzzles. How did you do? Did you compare your times to nationals or even to like the myspeedpuzzling.com listings? I did put my times into myspeedpuzzling.com as well, and I wasn't at the bottom, but I was close to the bottom. That's all I have for you this week. We have 2 videos and then it'll be nationals. So I have another speed puzzle video. I have another puzzle I want to do casually. It's going to be 1,000 pieces. So that'll be a nice kind of change of pace. And then it'll be nationals. So stay tuned. Make sure that you subscribe so you can see what's coming up. Like this video if you like this video. And I'll see you in my next one.